Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Supreme Miller 2020 as Mexico in the Mexico Expands campaign. There's really nothing much to do other than prepare for a possible war after seeing what's going on in Cuba. The Cubans may have been able to hold off several attacks currently, it seems, but it won't be long before they would fall under the rule of the American Union. Currently though, I gotta reduce taxes a bit so that people could be a little more happier currently. But that's only temporarily because we are going to be at war soon. At least possibly at war, as long as we don't get kicked out of the UN. All the other units are just standing by. Got to get the rest of the army to the front lines though. Whatever army there is actually, except this front. I do have a strong feeling though that this may be the beginning of the end for Mexico if I ever decide to declare war on the American Union. Because seriously, the American Union is a powerhouse. There's no way I could defeat them. There's no way I could possibly defeat them. Reaching to the capital? That could take a while. And we may have a large army, somewhat large army, but it's not quite the same comparison to the American Union. After all, it's the year 2021, and we're still building as many units as we can. But it's still going to take a while for certain units, and it may be a little too late if the American Union becomes too powerful. And at any rate, the Navy is ready. The Independent Federation still has not fallen despite their financial troubles, considering Hawaii will be under Australian control. Okay, what's going on? Russia is in the multi-front war. Rest of the world is still the same situation. Israel is a huge mess. Their economy has strangely not collapsed, but it's such a sad sight. It's a real sad sight to see Israel like this. I mean, they gained a great amount of territory only to collapse under their constant attacks by Egypt and Jordan, and especially Saudi Arabia for some reason. Oh, great. What about the French-Italian War? Well, looks like fighting has temporarily been stalled, but oh well. Austria, Slovakia, they still have yet to be fallen, since the Czech Republic should have just gained more territory by now, conquering Austria. Same with Slovakia, swallowed up by Hungary. Except the fact that Romania is kicking the Hungarians out, with Bulgaria growing in size as well. It would have been more interesting if this was actually Turkish control, as colors are the same, but it's interesting. Okay, what's going on now? Oh, great. Cuba is losing territory fast. Brazil, I'm not gonna comment. Wait, did they just lose? No, it's just a geography look. Congo Democratic Republic. Central Africa is under attack by Sudan, or they were at war with Sudan for a while, I think. But they lost a great amount of territory. Ethiopia, meanwhile, has yet to fully conquer this nation, and Eritrea. Somalia is gonna take a while. And that's about it, I guess. Same with the situation in the Indo-Pakistani war. A lot of these villages and towns are gonna be abandoned anyway due to constant fighting. But, yeah, you never know. Vietnam, meanwhile. Okay, that's a rather odd look of expansion. There's a lot of heavy fighting going on here. Okay, that's not looking good for the Koreans. And I can't say the same for Cuba. Oh boy. I really have a bad feeling about this. But I'm going to have no choice. As long as I keep deploying units all the time. Send them out to the front lines. Whatever could be considered the front line. The heaviest fighting, I'm pretty sure, is going to be right here. At least in one area. Here will be another. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be a much heavier, much tougher fight going on over on this border. We have fortresses, but they won't be done in a while. I guess we could just wait until they're done. After all, they're almost finished. And, well, emphasis on almost finished. Considering they have about 23 days. 23 days for one fortress, and I'm not so sure about this one. 16 days for this one. So I don't know if... I'm pretty sure Cuba doesn't have that many days to survive. I mean, they're putting up a fight. But the American Union is just too powerful. Surprised they've yet to ally. No, they're not going to ally with Canada, at least yet. But I don't see them attacking them yet as well. You'd think with a belief of manifest destiny would be to unite the whole North American continent, along with our own territory down here. Okay, this doesn't look good. Why aren't the rest of the Cuban army? I don't think I want to bother asking. Oh boy. Okay, where's the rest of the army? These guys. I think I'm gonna send them. Where to put them? I think these oil fields will do. Anybody else that have yet to be deployed? I still have several. Entrench there. I have more units. The American unit is bound to attack launch their most heavy attack right over here. And I have more facilities done. I accidentally... okay, whatever. This fortress is already done anyway. This one, another 14 days. Okay, 14 days on that one. What's this one now? 22 days. Is this fully staffed? No, it isn't. Fully staffed it is. Where's the capital? All the way down here. Okay, I got the rest of the army standing by. I got all 200 units deployed. And transports that are just gonna sit here. I have mostly transports. Too many transports. The majority of the regular navy is on the other side, on the Pacific. The rest in here is just a couple of frigates, cruisers, well, a couple of frigates and corvettes, but no major warships. Well, a few destroyers, but not by much. The Cuban Navy, a few British Royal Navy ships are here as well. What's going on in Europe now? Germany has not attacked anybody else yet, especially Paris, since I'm pretty sure they would have had a possibility against them if Paris's approval may be a little low, but they're not. They're still in the UN, so then again, I could be wrong about getting the approval to declare war anyway. Oh, right, forgot about Sweden. Oh. Well, Sweden. Sweden's really grown rather large in size now. Now, if only they could just focus on taking the capital, if the victory setting is still capital. Well, there we go. Goodbye, Israel, and hello to this huge, massive mess of this part of the Middle East. Good lord. Egypt still has the Sinai Peninsula and some territory. Jordan has gone some territory and reaching the Mediterranean for the first time. Saudi Arabia, on your hand, don't even want to ask. And oh, Iraq and Saudi Arabia has been dividing a bit of territory up here due to Israel's war against Iraq. Oh, right. I forgot about Iran's expansion into Azerbaijan. Won't be long. It won't be long. Georgia as well is not... No, not Georgia. Armenia, I mean. They're holding off. They're actually holding off against any Russian attacks. But for how long? I don't know. Wait, Azerbaijan's also at war with Russia. They've gained some territory. But with this divide, Iran's going to take a good majority of territory, and Russia regaining some from up here as well. It's possible. Oh boy. Who else is Iran at war with? Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan is no surprise, except they seem to gain much more territory than usual. Oman, not gonna ask. Only allies are us, Mexico, Somalia, and Yemen. Okay. Well, I don't know how long Azerbaijan's gonna last. Anyway, our entire military is ready, with the exception of some units that are deployed. Oh. Well, that nation's finally fallen to Ethiopia as well. Eritrea, probably no... Russia was today attacked by Laos. Laos, huh? Well, that's kind of interesting. And we have a casus belli. Change the UN subsidy rating. Right. Well, I guess it wouldn't be long before Eritrea falls as well. Rebirth of the Ethiopian Empire seems possible if Somalia could last longer. Chad is at war. Are they at war with? No, they're not at war with Cameroon. They're allied. Central Africa is losing a lot more territory. Sudan. They're at war with Chad. Okay, they're not at war with Ethiopia yet. Or rather, are they allied? No, they're not allied. But they might gain some northern territory. Not so sure about the capital, though. Everywhere else is still a mess. Oh boy. How's Cuba doing? Oh god. Well, looks like Cuba is not gonna last long. Economy and everything is still fine, but what do they need? Military goods? They have a good stock, so they could still somewhat fight. Petroleum? They got a good stock. Coal is tiny. How much coal do we have? Not by much. Kenya, military goods. Go ahead with your war. Whoops. What else can we give you? Food, water, timber, petrol, coal, metal ore, uranium, electrical power, consumer goods, industry goods. As much as I want to help them, they just can't hold out for long. And still have several units. These guys, I'm going to send them up here. It's May 31st soon. Much of my navy is standing by. There's just no way to gain territory up here. To reach toward California, Arizona, Nevada, and such. But we're gonna have to be ready. This fortress is almost done in another 8 days. This fortress is fully staffed. It's probably been about a year since the war with the American Union. But oh, analog fly-by-wire systems. Alright, we have a MiG design, IS-3, launch physics, genetic code sequencing, satellites. Approval ratings on a negative trend, no surprise. Increased social spending, reduced taxes by 33%. I'm going to wait until this fortress is done. In another 7 days, pretty soon. Or check the rest of the world as quick as I could. But the Korean-Chinese war is stalled. Taiwan. They have yet to make any landings yet. Still, gotta make some trade agreements with Taiwan, Japan, Korea. Except our relations with Korea is not good. Japan, it's a bit mixed. Let's say Japan's indifferent, but we are a little concerned. Why? I have no idea. Especially since I still can't understand why they're at war with India. Not to mention their integrity and UN approval is still pretty good. The same could be said with India, it seems. But I just still don't get it. Anyway. What's going on here? Romania is losing territory, it seems. Bosnia, they're at war with Croatia, and they've yet to conquer them. Let's see, the Italian and French war. Yeah, it's still stalled, it seems, because the French are not counterattacking yet. Armored Grenadiers 2008. Germany is still going to be the way it is. It's still in the UN and it's pretty strong now. Poland. They've yet to take Kaliningrad. With Lithuania losing more territory. Sweden, no change. Finland getting squeezed. Armenia's capital is under attack. The Russians have yet to counterattack to regain territory from Armenia. I don't know how this is a good idea. Okay, so they're able to do a lot of damage to a garrison. And wait, how many units are here? 2 transport choppers and an artillery. Okay. Don't know what the AI is doing, but I don't get it. Armenia, meanwhile, a suicidal and stupid attempt to counterattack. The rest of their armies down here, mostly are artillery, garrisons, transports, AA guns, and that's about it. Oh dear, here comes the Russians. Okay, the 182nd Garrison, they managed to hold out. But the majority of Armenia's regular army is getting lost. What? Offering 50%. Fine, fine, for your war. Well, I could actually start sending out some extra units for them to use by reserving certain, maybe these units to start reserving. No, that's not what I... Alright then. Okay, go back, pause quickly, go to Armenia, and give all my tanks reserved, along with recon units and the single artillery, with no price. 7 days, and hope they accept as quick as they could, because not all of them are going to be sent. Okay, there's a slight delay for some reason. Oh. Diplomatic exchange successful. We have offered all these reserve units. Well, whether or not they're going to use them remains to be seen. Probably some delay before they are fully deployed, but we're going to have to wait. We may be allied with Russia, but I guess it would be nice to just give Armenia a somewhat of a fighting chance. Okay, these units are retreating due to damage. Ugh, Russian army. And... a freaking helicopter flying a little too low. Thanks, guys! Or whoever they are, I didn't even bother to see whether or not that's a police helicopter or probably a news chopper heading to a different direction. I don't know, and I clearly do not give a damn. More facilities are finally done. Okay, how much longer until this is done? Whoops, I meant here. 3 more days. And more units that are currently deployed. This looks like it's going to be a much more heavier fighting, so I'm going to have to deploy these guys to the still under construction fortress. Especially with all these Pattons and Abrams everywhere. Right at New Orleans and just this small area next to the city of New Orleans as well. Okay. Entrench here, I guess. Nothing I can do now. Wait for this fortress to be done. Another one that I'm pretty sure is going to be done not too soon. Yeah, in another 12 days. It's going to take a while. How's Armenia doing? Okay, looks like they finally deployed the units I gave them, but I highly doubt it's going to be any helpful. Are they allied with anybody else? Albania, Azerbaijan, Belarus, Bulgaria. All these are allies, and they could have given Armenia some of their own units. The hell? Wow, Vodniks. Our relations. Wow, we are outraged. Feeling the civilian population is much indifferent, but we have a high cost of ability to go to war. Which, personally, I don't see the point of going to war if you're not directly a neighbor. They're not in the UN. They have 0 world market subsidy rate. The UN UN is very concerned. UN integrity is just 42%. Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka this time? Okay, so they declared war on Russia as well. Mostly for just political support, I guess. Not really actual fighting. I can hardly see that happening.